Woohoo. This should be fun. All right, well, we have a live stream. What do we do with the live stream? Probably not much. So, this is a trying out doing live streams thing. Hi, Nicole. Yeah. I figured I might as well try it because YouTube has its own live stream stuff in it, so you don't have to have a subscription to anything. So, like, oh, might as well. So I don't know how long I'm going to try this for, but obviously it kind of works. Yeah. So, I suppose if I publish this, I should probably say something more than just hi. So, the thing I was supposed to be doing right now is talking about the books that I finished for the first week of the month. So, I think I'll do that. And then we'll see if I want to stay on any longer. What am I reading? I've been listening to an audiobook of The Bright Sword by Grossman, which is 20 some hours long, and half of that would still be 10 hours. So I'm taking a break from it because it's King Arthur stories, sort of. And if you've read Don Quixote or the Canterbury Tales, it's very much like that, where it's stories within stories. And I recognize the storytelling, but I don't like those kinds of books. So it's getting really annoying. And then I also have a few print books. The one that I've been trying to read for work is this one, the Bernie Sanders Our Revolution. But it's just too much like everything that's already going on my screens, so I don't really need to read it. So I don't know if I'm going to read it or just DNF it and put it back at the store. And then, where to put it? The one I was reading during Nicole's sprints earlier today is this one, The Buddha of Suburbia by Hanif Qureshi. And this is one that I read it too fast. And the first half of the book, I did okay. And then the second half of the book, about where the bookmark is, I really wasn't paying attention anymore. And I don't remember anything. So I know I read it because I remember, vaguely the pages and turning the pages, but not the actual content. So before I hand it on to my sister, I have to read it again properly. Yeah. And then the books that I'm wrapping up so that I don't have to talk about them anymore till the end of the month. One is actually set in Australia. Yeah, definitely. So this one, it reminds me of like The Alchemist and Mitch Albom books, and that it's very much religious sort of messaging, but not Christian religious messaging, which was interesting. Hi, Glenda. So this one is about a Western lady that ends up out in the middle of nowhere in Australia on a walkabout. And I might read the next one just to see what it's like, because it was kind of interesting. Hi, Chris. Wow, I got all the peeps. This is fun. I might have to do this actually again, like maybe even try it in May if anybody needs a substitute. Because yeah, this kind of seems to work. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. I wasn't expecting much, but we have so many copies of Mutant Message Down Under at the store, and my sections at the bookstore are history and the letter M. So this is in the letter M. I think it's actually like a fictionalized true story. Um, So I don't think it technically would be a novel, but it's shelved as fiction. And I haven't done any research to see if it actually is true stories or not. But there is another book. There's a follow-up to this one that I also have on the shelves. So this one had underlining in it, and our store doesn't sell them if they're underlined, so that it would be on the free shelf. So it'll go back there. But and then the other one I was reading that actually I talked about in chats on somebody's sprints, maybe Brittany's sprints, was The Measure by Nikki Erlick. Might be Brittany's and Brooklyn's because I read it for a while. This one's also really good. It's it reminds me of the episode of Doctor Who where all the little black boxes show up and it's a slow invasion and nobody knows what to think of the boxes. It has that structure to it with boxes, but they're brown and they have strings in them. And the strings tell you how long your life is. Not how long you have left, just how long total your life is. And nobody knows where they came from, and that's all the information they get, but it throws everybody off. And yeah, there's lots of politics involved because you could imagine if a regime like our current US regime got a hold of this kind of information, what they would do with it. And some of that does happen in here. But it was kind of fun. And I'm a little jealous. I want a little box with a string in it that says how much time I have left because I want to know how many books I have time to read. Because that would really determine whether I keep on as I have been, just collecting books as I want them, or whether I start not getting books unless I really want to read it. So, yeah, this is a really good book. And I think it's actually one of the books that Bree rated 5 stars because for Realmathon, it was one that I had actually found the audiobook, and this one I had already gotten last year, but I hadn't read it yet. But it would have been extra points if I'd gotten to it for Realmathon. So I think it was for Bree's 5 stars. So if it turns out to be a useful prompt for, say, Tar, it might be worth knowing about. Yeah, so since I actually have some people, what are you guys reading? Just, yeah, for curiosity's sake. Yeah, it's an interesting book. Lots of politics, definitely lots of politics, because it's very much like the Doctor Who episode. And if you haven't seen the Doctor Who episode, I think it's the second or third season with Amy and Rory. They're married. They have a townhouse together. So cool. I looked at the International Booker long list, but I can't find most of the books in the store. So I'm sticking with the checklist for the BookTube prize because those I seem to be able to find pretty well. There's, I think, the section F is one that I can't find most of that subset of the checklist at all. But the rest of them, I think I'm almost done with the section C on that checklist. So I'm gonna stick with that for a while. So yeah. Cool. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing with this, so I think I'll probably sign off and see how this went. Yeah. Yeah, I can't get most of the nonfiction shortlist yet. Nonfiction in our bookstore doesn't show up as quickly. Um, we get books sometimes right after they've been published, because for fiction, they just show up as soon as people decide they're gonna DNF it in some cases, so you can tell it's brand new, they haven't opened it. But nonfiction, it takes them longer to get to our city and then to get to the used bookstores donations. So, um, I'm waiting for the Jenny Fagan book in particular to show up because I liked her fiction, but it's going to be quite a while before that shows up in the bookstore. So, yeah. But yeah. I am in southern Colorado. I'm in Pueblo. Yeah. Yeah, it's this one, it's 12:30 almost already at night. So, this is a let's see if this even works sort of thing. But since it seems to be working, I need to figure out how all the interface works because it's not the same as the interface when I was using StreamYard. So I need to figure out where everything is and how it all works. But yeah, I'm on the other side of the mountains from Coda. So that's why when he was on his way back from Texas, he actually passed through Pueblo on the way to get home. But it was at a time when he needed to go to bed sooner. And yeah. So next time he comes through, hopefully he will stop by and yeah. Yeah, this will be just a video on my channel, so I can see how it goes. I was gonna actually just record me talking about my 2 books, like, um, I might as well see if this works because it's, past midnight. So, um, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna just let it be a published video. I'm pretty sure I clicked everything correctly for it to do that. Um, yeah, it's just gonna be a video. Um, but it's gonna be the first of probably several because, um, yeah, I was not sure if it would even work. Um, Partly I wasn't sure if my internet would be stable enough, but I have different internet from when I was trying to do StreamYard with Coda. So it seems more stable. I think it will handle this. Yeah, and you guys haven't said that you can't hear me or anything, so it seems like it's working. So so yeah, I don't know how reliable I'll be as far as hosting sprints because I still need to figure out how everything works. But uh I might be able to help host sprints for May. This seems to be kind of sort of working. Maybe not in a high traffic part of the day, but like middle of the night when most people are asleep anyway, I might be able to be a substitute. It could work. Yeah. So we can try it anyway and see how it goes. Obviously, I have not figured out the like how to get anything to pop up on screen, so I can't make the comments show up yet. I'll figure that out. I'm sure there's a way for that to happen because I think I've seen people do this without StreamYard or other things. So I think there is a way. I just have to poke at it. Yeah. And then I can host sprints. And then when I get bored in the middle of the night, I can do impromptu sprints because I'm one of those people that is awake at bizarre times of day. And more importantly, if I figure it out by Dewey's readathon, which is the 26th and 27th, 26th into the 27th, I could even do some live sprints if I feel like it, since I'm going to be up for 24 hours anyway. Yeah. We'll have to figure it out because this is just on YouTube. This is just what they have as their interface. So if it works enough, then I don't need to worry about being able to afford subscriptions and things. So that might actually do it. Yeah. I don't know if I can find anything to show comments right now, though. Yeah, I'll have to play with that. Yeah, but I will definitely poke at it and yeah, I know they have a free tier, and I have a StreamYard account because I was doing StreamYard with Coda. But I don't know how many hours I'm gonna want to do it if I get started with it. So I'll poke at it because I do like their interface and I had figured out where things are pretty well on there. But I like that this is just something I have access to without worrying about whether I have to pay for stuff. And yeah, so if this works, then it doesn't require any setup or any keeping track of hours or anything. Because I'll probably mostly be doing this like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep and I'm bored and I want to read. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off because yeah, it's not getting any less late. But I'm gonna poke around at this and see if I can figure out how to make it work. And between this and StreamYard, we should definitely consider me a substitute, at least, for doing May stuff. Yes, it was lovely to see everybody. I get to have my friends on my own stream. This is great. And yeah, if I figure out when I want to do stuff with this, I will post about it or tell people on chats or something so that people can show up. But yes, thank you. Have a good night, Chris. Bye, Glenda. Bye, Nicole. Bye, everybody.